Hello everybody, Teacher Teresa here, and on my channel I share tips and tricks for new ESL teachers online. And in today's video we are talking about my love-hate relationship with VIPKID. So I have been with the company for just over a year now. I have taught over 1,000 classes and I've learned so much along the way. And today I want to share with you about the highs and lows of working online as an ESL teacher. So if you are considering working online with VIPKID or another company, I want to share with you some pros and cons and help you make a decision as to whether this would be a good fit for you. So if you're interested, keep watching. So the first pro I want to talk about is being able to stay at home with my kids. I am a mom of 2 little ones. They are very young still, and I can't imagine being a full-time working mom and juggling work mom life and home mom life. It just seems so difficult for me, and I just know that there's so many people who have to go back to work. Financially, they can't stay at home. They have to go out and work. So I feel so blessed to be able to have found this opportunity where I can work while my kids are sleeping. And once they wake up, I'm there present for them. And when they go to sleep, I can start working again. So it has been just a huge, huge, huge blessing for our family, for me to be able to stay at home with my kids and not have to go out to a job to work. So pro number 2 is being able to save money. Before VIPKID, as a stay-at-home mom, I wasn't able to go out and work. I was doing a little side gig here or there, making $20 or $40, but it wasn't anything substantial and nothing consistent. And now I love that as a Canadian VIPKID teacher, I'm being able to be paid around $27 to $30 an hour for my time. It is absolutely incredible. I cannot believe that I have stumbled upon this job where I'm able to work from my kitchen in my pajama pants and make an income for my family. We've been able to pay off all of our student loan debt and save towards a house. And before VIPKID, I never thought that this was possible for us. I thought we would always just be a single income family just struggling to get by. The third pro is the kids. Oh my goodness. Some of my students, I seriously just love them so much. I wake up every morning, and some mornings, I'm not gonna lie, it is such a struggle to get out of bed. But as soon as I turn that camera on and I see my student, it makes it all worth it. It makes the job so easy when you have students that you just truly enjoy teaching. And they're just such a little light, and the kids are just amazing. So the fourth pro is being able to have flexible hours. So with VIPKID, you don't have to work a certain amount of time. You can make your own hours. So if, for instance, I want to save an extra $1,000 with VIPKID, I can just open up my schedule and have a fully booked schedule. But if I'm feeling really burnt out, then I could just work 1 class a month. It's totally up to me, and I love that. I also love that they have the opportunity to work short notice. So say, for instance, I took a whole month off, and all of a sudden I decided, oh, I want to work some classes. I can open up those slots and be able to be paid an extra $2 per class. So that's an extra $4 an hour for teaching short notice. It's amazing. The fifth pro is all the free training that VIPKID provides. So as a new teacher, you might be feeling really overwhelmed, especially if you've never taught online before. You don't know, what does even TPR mean? I don't know what that means, or what props do I need, or how do I manage my time during my class? How do I finish on time? All these questions you have. They have so many workshops they provide every single day, and there's somebody there in the workshop teaching you for an hour how to become the best teacher. And I found that invaluable. As a new teacher, I felt so overwhelmed when I first came to the company, but after spending a week or two watching all these workshops, I felt really equipped to go out and teach my students. So now let's talk about the cons. With every company, there's going to be cons. There's going to be things that you really don't like about your job. So for me, with VIPKID, the biggest con is the hours. So I'm in the Eastern time zone, and China is 12 hours ahead of me. That means that I have to work early mornings or late evenings. So for most people, this is great. The peak time is between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., and that can work out great for some people. But for me personally, my husband leaves for work at 7, meaning I have to wake up much earlier. And for some time, I was waking up at 4 a.m. to teach, which is really early. And after teaching for a year, I thought that I would get used to waking up early, but still every morning I wake up and it is really a struggle to get to class. When I'm in class, it's good, and I love my students, but the actual act of getting out of bed, getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock is still really hard for me. The second con for me is the cancellation policy. So with most ESL companies online, there's only a certain amount of days that you're allowed to have off or to not show up for class. And with VIPKID, there's 6 cancellations per 6-month contract. So you're only allowed to miss a certain amount of classes or your contract will be under review. So it's kind of nerve-wracking because I'm always wondering, what if my alarm doesn't go off? What if I get the flu and I'm out for a week and I just can't make my classes? What if I can't get proof? Because with every cancellation, you have to have some sort of proof or they're going to take that as a strike against your account. I made a whole other video about that. I've linked it up somewhere here about the whole cancellation policy with VIPKID, but I just don't like it, and I don't like that I'm losing $2 or $10 depending on how late I'm canceling. There's been times where I've canceled an hour before class, so I'm deducted $10 from my account for being absent at such a short amount of time before class. So there's just some downfalls with the company, and if you are unsure if you can make class or not, that might be something to consider. There's only 6 cancellations per contract, so that is another con. The third con is their raise policy. So I've been at the company for over a year. I have really good feedback from parents. I'm fully booked. I'm doing everything right. But I will never, ever, ever qualify for a raise because they work on a point system. So you have to earn 10 to 12 points to be able to qualify for a raise. So how do you get points? If you teach over 1,200 classes, you get 2 points. If you teach over 600 peak classes, you get another 2 points. If you get great parent feedback, that's another 2 points. The problem is I just don't teach enough. I really only teach, a couple classes here and there, and I don't meet that 1,200 classes and that 600 peak classes. I just don't teach those peak hours. I will never qualify for a raise because I don't teach enough. So that's really unfortunate because I can be with the company for 5 years and I'm still going to be at that low base pay rate that I entered in a year ago. The fourth con with the company is the curriculum. I personally love my level 2. I love the drag and drop features. I love how interactive it is for the students. There's so many extra curriculum that they can take that is very great and interactive. But my main problem is with their curriculum for level 3, level 4. So I have taught a lot of students that have graduated from 2 to 3. So I've taught them for a full year. They were little baby beginners when they started out. They could barely say anything. And then they had this full year of being in level 2 and they loved it and it was great and interactive. And then all of a sudden they jumped to level 3 and it's flat. It's a lot of reading. Very repetitive. I find it very boring. If I was a 7-year-old, I personally would not enjoy classes. I've seen a lot of my students who were thriving and doing really well in level 2. Once they jump to level 3, they're bored. And then it's hard to engage them and keep them focused and lively. And so for me as a teacher, it's just kind of hard. It makes me have to work harder, find more props, figure out how to make the class more interesting for my younger students who've graduated into that level 3. Once you get to level 4 and 5, most of the students are older and it's fine, but it's just that level 3 that I find really challenging to teach. I have hope for VIPKID though, because when I started, there was still the static level 2. I was still teaching classes without any interactive features. I was teaching level 2 without drag and drop, without any audio, nothing like that. So I have hope that they can improve the level 3 curriculum as well. My fifth con with the company is that there is no guarantee for hours. So as a new teacher, you might jump into this opportunity thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to quit my job, I'll be fully booked with VIPKID, I'm going to teach like crazy, I'm opening all my slots, and then you might hear just crickets. There's been weeks where I've opened up all my slots, it's fully booked, I am prepared to teach all my students this week, and all of a sudden, cancel. And I'm struggling to fill the slots again, even when I do the short notice. Nothing is guaranteed with this company. Even if your whole week is booked, all your students can just hop ship and not show up for class, and you're left with a blank schedule. So that's really frustrating as a teacher. There's no consistent income, especially when you're first starting out and you haven't gotten those regular students yet. You might see dips. You might work a ton and then nothing. especially around Chinese New Year. You know, there's there's times where there's been a month and it's just one class here, one class there, and then it picks up again. But there's dips and highs and lows throughout, which is hard as a teacher when you want to be seeing a consistent income. So those are all my pros and cons with working with VIPKID over the past year. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you are considering working for VIPKID, I would love it if you ask me any questions. I've left my email down below. I would love to help you get hired with this company if it's something that you're interested in. I have lots of resources, and I will walk you through the whole process. I hope you guys will subscribe and make new videos every week, and I'll see you later.